Welcome to episode 2 of the two-part series about burdens of proof. If you haven't seen episode 1, you can click the link that's popping up right now. Otherwise, go ahead and stick with me. As we discussed in the last video, we have the burden of proof, which means we have to tell the judge what happened. But the next question is, how much proof is enough proof? I think the easiest way to explain this is to start with the middle tier, which is preponderance of the evidence. Another way of saying it is more likely than not. You can think of it as the ball is starting on the 50-yard line, and all we have to do is just push the ball just a little bit over the 50. But don't forget, the other parties are there and they're trying to push the ball the other way. The next one I want to address is probable cause. Now, probable cause is the lowest standard of proof that we have to meet in dependency cases. It is lower than preponderance, and there's no exact percentage. It's not at the 25-yard line. There's no exact definition, but we know it's not a very high burden. The next standard of proof I want to discuss is clear and convincing. There is one more standard of proof that actually is probably the most famous of all standards of proof, which is beyond the reasonable doubt. That is the standard we use in criminal cases, but that's a very high burden. So you have beyond reasonable doubt, and you have probable cause down here, you have preponderance right in the middle, and in between preponderance of the evidence and beyond a reasonable doubt, you have clear and convincing right here. And clear and convincing is typically the standard of proof we use for TPR trials. It's a standard of proof that says just pushing the ball over the 50 is not going to be enough. We have to go above and beyond what was sufficient for preponderance of the evidence for a dependency adjudicatory trial. Just because you can get through a shelter or you can get through a dependency adjudicatory does not mean you're going to be able to get it through to the TPR, because a TPR has a higher standard of proof. The burden is much heavier on us. We must put forward even stronger evidence than before. So what does that mean to you? Well, I need you to get the best evidence you can at the beginning. And don't think about just getting over that probable cause burden, but think about it and getting over that clear and convincing burden. Think about it in terms of the evidence you're gathering now may be used in a TPR trial a year from now. And with that, I'll see you next time.
Probable cause, you don't have to break no laws. They say probable cause, probable cause, yeah. Probable cause, you don't have to break no laws. They say probable cause. Now who's this?